Coming up on Movie Show Plus, we are here in Mount Clemens at the Octopus's Beer Garden, a Beatles-inspired local business.
Love it.
I'm here with Greg Russell himself, Tom Santilli. Coming up on the show today, it's all about the film Yesterday, the Beatles-inspired movie coming out this weekend. Greg was in Liverpool talking with the cast and the filmmakers of the movie. I'm going to give you my review, and we're going to check out some local Beatles-inspired companies, all coming up on Movie Show Plus.
I'm in heaven.
So yeah, we are here at a very unique restaurant. It is called the Octopus's Beer Garden. It's in Mount Clemens. It's the old location of the Captain's Landing. But Greg, I mean, what do you think of this place? You're the Beatles fan.
I love it. I mean, as soon as I walk in, they had Beatles music playing.
Yeah.
I look at the mural on the back wall here, and it's, you know, all Beatle references. My kind of place.
You love Beatles. I love drinking responsibly. So this is a perfect place for us to do the show this week.
I love that. We can do it every week here.
Coming up on the show, we're going to be talking all about, of course, we're here talking Beatles because the movie that's coming out this weekend is Yesterday. That's the big
right.
Universal Pictures movie coming out. It stars Himesh Patel and Lily James. It's all about what would the world be like without the music of the Beatles.
Right. It deals with this thing where he wakes up one day and he is the only person who remembers the Beatles and their music.
Insane.
And he starts playing and singing, and everybody's going, "That's the greatest stuff. How did you write it so quick?" And it's like, duh.
Now, you son of a pup, were in Liverpool. They sent you to Liverpool.
Sent me to Liverpool. It was like, that was the greatest thing ever. Yeah, as you know, I've been all over the world, but that was just fabulous to go there. I got to give tours there. I'd never been there, but everybody's going, "We want to go see these places with you," to give us the history.
That's awesome.
So got to go to Penny Lane, Strawberry Fields, the Cavern Club, and also the famous Beatles statue, and also got to see where John Lennon grew up, and so many other places.
Well, unbelievably, you mentioned Penny Lane. The restaurant Penny Lane, which is also in Clinton Township, is owned by the guy who owns this place, Octopus's Garden, Chef Bob. Greg's going to be walking around later in the episode with Chef Bob, showing off this unique little establishment here on the river, or we're waterside. You guys will see some video of this in a minute.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful location. But the first thing up on the show is, again, you were in Liverpool not just to hang out, not just to tour, but to do what? That's
right, do interviews. So here you go with my interview of the cast, Himesh Patel and Lily James. And I could only imagine the pressure that your guy had to have. All of a sudden waking up one morning and it's like, you're the only person who knows the music of the Beatles? Holy smokes.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. I mean, Jack was under a lot of pressure, but thankfully, as an actor, I didn't feel any pressure from Danny or Richard, because they're just not that kind of person. And they actually created a really fun atmosphere for me to learn the songs and improve my guitar playing and everything that I had to do to prepare for the role. And then on set, you know, it was always just really fun, even when we were doing these monumental things that we do in the movie, like the Wembley Stadium bits and all that. You know, there's a lot of stuff, but it was never anything but fun.
It's hard, and you behave like irrationally when you're in love, and also you want to protect the friendship first and foremost. So I think there was loads of like battles that she was obviously having over the last 25, 15 years of her life. But and then I guess when you're scared you're going to lose someone, that's when you're forced to say something. So you find them in that predicament, and it's an interesting conflict for us both to play, really. The sort of like missing one another, and it's so sad.
It was always like, there was always that one step where it's like, oh, just kind of, you know.
Timing, man. It's all about timing.
Right. And then, you know, I've always kind of brought this saying up to people before. I can never imagine living in a world where there wasn't the music of the Beatles or Motown.
Yeah.
And, you know, just to think that in this, we're letting people know that, hey, folks just didn't know about it.
Yeah, yeah.
How about you? Did you guys grow up, of course, listening to the Beatles music and being fans?
Yeah, it was kind of drip fed into my life really in different ways. Like first thing I heard was Imagine, and then like sort of Standing There was like one of the early ones I heard, and Sgt. Pepper's and various. So it was really just getting into this that I kind of sat down and went, right, I'm going to go from the beginning and listen to as much of it as I can to get an idea of a story, and it's an amazing one. There's something you should know.
Please make some noise for Mr. Jack Mallet.
Let me just give you this advice. Song title, Hey Dude.
Hey Dude, are you sure?
Hey Dude.
It's so much better.
Dude.
So again, we're here at the Octopus's Beer Garden in Mount Clemens. Now, some cool features about this place again. This place just opened in June. So this is a brand new establishment. It used to be Captain's Landing, but it's under new ownership. It's owned by the same guy, Chef Bob, who owns Penny Lane, which is one of the greatest Italian restaurants. If you haven't been there, it's in Clinton Township. And this place has, guess how many beers on tap?
Here?
8.
Oh.
For 8 Octopus Arms.
Aha!
They got 8 craft local beers. They hired a local artist to paint a mural that's all Beatles themed.
That is great.
And in a few minutes here, Greg himself, the Beatles fanatic, is going to walk around, and Chef Bob's going to show off this place to everybody out there.
Looking forward to it.
Let's do
it. A magical mystery tour. Greg Russell here with Chef Bob, right here at Octopus's Beer Garden.
Peace and love.
That's
Peace
right.
and love,
Peace and love. Ringo should be here with us now.
I wish he was.
But you've got so many fascinating Beatle things here. Can I just stay here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Come on, we'll feed you. We can maybe put a little cot for you up over on the other side. We've got plenty of television, so you'd be able to work.
That'd be great.
All right.
But now, tell me a little bit about this great mural that you've got here.
Sure. So this was done by a gal named Roberta. She's local. She's from Rochester. And so the very first piece here, obviously, hello, I am the walrus.
Yeah.
You got it. That was one of... John Lennon considered that one of his masterpieces, and the way she did this, I considered a masterpiece as well.
Absolutely.
Right here in Mount Clemens. So yeah, great. The next piece, obviously, is the Yellow Submarine, which was
you gotta have that.
yeah, especially since we're floating in the middle of the Clinton River in Mount Clemens, right?
That's right.
So I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with you. And that's the feeling here, you know, is we want you to be in the octopus's garden with us.
I definitely feel that going on. And now this is really unique. Tell us a little bit about this.
So yeah, this is a one-of-a-kind original. Roberta designed him and showed him to us, and we just fell in love with him. John Lennon inspired octopus in his strawberry garden.
All right. That's great. Like you said, the strawberry fields underwater.
Yes.
And all you need is love. And that is all you need, folks. Jeez. And then it goes on. It's just beautiful to see. I mean, I hope the colors are bouncing out at you at home just the way they are here with us, because it's just fabulous.
So we have the Imagine bubble. Of course, that was one of John's most famous solo songs, Imagine All the People Living Life in Peace. And it's just as true 50 years on as it was when it came out, right? So,
and then this guy's even unique. Tell us about him.
So he is Maxwell's Silver Hammer Head. How cool is he, right?
That is great.
Yeah.
That is so great.
We had to have him in the octopus's garden for sure.
And then even just going around the corner here, you've got some other unique art pieces as well.
I really do.
Tell us a little bit about this wall here.
So this one is paying homage to the song Beautiful Boy, which John wrote for his son Sean when they were actually probably in a locale similar to this, somewhere down in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's where that was written, late 79, early 80. So great. And then, of course, this is the be-all, end-all to the Beatles' career.
Right.
And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make.
For sure.
Come on, right into my kitchen, guys. Come on in. It's clean.
Oh, it is. Very clean.
It's clean.
It's a clean machine.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
Chef Ryan, and as you
Hi,
can
how are
see,
ya?
he is cleaning up some fresh Lake Erie perch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just the best eating fish in the world, in my opinion. We offer it here. We offer it by the half pound or the pound, and they buy it by the pound.
Oh,
They
man.
do. We cook it up, we saute it in lemon and butter and parsley and put it out for people, and it's just wonderful. So, so there's where the magic happens, Tom. There's the line, and here at the Octopus's Beer Garden. So yeah, so if I leave this door open when I'm back there cooking, that's my view as I'm cooking. Which, I mean, come on.
Tom,
How beautiful
look
is
at
that?
that. People out there kayaking and everything right now. Wow.
In April, when we signed the papers to buy this place, there was no fence up along the parking lot. It was open. And my wife and I got to talking, and we decided, you know what, let's enclose it and make that part of the garden as well. Because that elm tree is so beautiful, and we wanted to incorporate the elm tree into the atmosphere of the place, where before it was on the property, but it really wasn't something that you could. But with this bridge that we've built here, which will connect us back to the lawn, and we've got some cornhole boards for people to use where they can toss cornhole out here while they're enjoying their food and drink. And then, like I said, in the evening, in the ambiance, we can light up the fire pit, and they can come sit around the fire pit and relax and enjoy themselves doing that. Thank you.
Absolutely great.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. And, you know, we love the Beatles. Hey, we're paying homage to them. Great music, great food, great times, great fun.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Look at this.
So I brought you guys a little taste of Michigan summer.
Woo.
Right? So everything, the whole concept, the whole idea was for everything to be designed for sharing.
Okay.
This is crisp cauliflower. It's fresh cauliflower. It's marinated in cayenne pepper, a little spicy, paprika, crispy, delicious. These are Chicago Meat Authority, St. Louis style spare ribs.
Wow.
Yep. Roast them myself, make the sauce.
Yum.
Real deal.
Those are mine.
Yep, real deal.
You can just slide those this way.
So these are the fish tacos.
Oh, wow.
This is fresh mahi-mahi. That is like a salted cabbage, which makes it very tender and delicious and draws out the moisture in the cabbage. And then it has some cotija cheese, which is like a Mexican style feta that they put, and then fresh cilantro and lime. And then one of my personal favorites right here is the fresh bicolor sweet. I think it's Georgia corn right now, this time of year. It's not Michigan yet, but that's coming. But this has a chili lime mayonnaise and the same cotija and cilantro as well as the fish tacos.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I think you guys will see it's, for me anyway, when I close my eyes and I picture it, I think of summer.
So, wow.
Yummy, yummy.
We have all this food. That is a perfect time for a commercial break.
It sure is.
Here are some of our sponsors on Movie Show Plus. We're going to dig in. Coming up on the show, stay tuned. We have more interviews with Greg Russell from Liverpool with the filmmakers of the film yesterday. More from the Octopus's Beer Garden. And also coming up, my review of the film.
All right.
Let's dig in.
Yeah, you got it. Hopefully this is a long break.
Oh, man.
Good.
Might be the best fish taco I ever had. It was just one bite.
One.
Oh, yeah, take one. Oh, we're back.
Hey there.
Hey, so Greg.
Yeah? I don't have to stop eating, do I?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
I don't have to stop drinking, do I?
No,
Okay,
not
perfect.
at all. That makes the show even more interesting, which is hard to do.
It is very hard to do. You were in Liverpool, though, as we know. We're here at the Octopus's Beer Garden in Mount Clemens talking about the Beatles because of the movie Yesterday.
Yes.
You were out there doing some interviews for that film. We already saw your interview with the cast, but you also interviewed the filmmakers.
Yeah, I did. I got to talk to Danny Boyle, the director, and Richard Curtis, the writer, and he's also the guy who wrote Love Actually. Great to see you guys.
Very nice to see you too.
I'm so happy to be back in Liverpool, exactly.
This is so fabulous. I mean, a Beatles fan my whole life, and now finally here, and to see a movie like this is like,
Well,
wonderful.
Thank you. We got very excited because there's a bit in the movie in Penny Lane and there's a bit in the movie in Strawberry Fields, and I'd not been to either of them too, or the graveyard, the Eleanor Rigby,
and the churchyard, yeah.
And that was even kind of neat too, because yesterday a lot of folks were asking me about different things, and so one person even said about Eleanor Rigby. I said, "Oh, it came from a tombstone." And then when I saw it in the movie, I'm going.
Although there are some doubts about that. Paul said he's not sure that that's true.
Right.
But it seems too much of a
It's
coincidence.
too right.
Because he met John for the first time just over the road from that churchyard is where he first met John. Really, so.
So we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Like I said, whole just fascinating story. How did you come up with this? Because I've told people for years I could never imagine a world without the music of the Beatles or Motown. But in this movie,
Could have done
Could have done it about Motown, you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, no, in fact, it was an idea. A guy called Jack Barth had written this script, and I heard about it, and they were sort of developing it, and I said, oh, can I just write a script?
Yes.
And so I've given a very optimistic and I hope intermittently humorous spin to what might happen in this awful world without the Beatles.
For you, Danny, directing this, I mean, it was so great because the main character just came across as this guy who's like, I don't know what's going on, but...
I know, he acts that wonderfully, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's kind of the impact of trying to work out what's gone on and what does it mean.
Wouldn't it be great if somewhere there's a 13-year-old who's dragged to this movie by their dad, and that's their first experience, and that we'd done that job.
And it may well be, yeah. You
Yeah.
can really imagine that easily.
Yeah.
Although I think more people are exposed to the songs than you realise. They've kind of entered the DNA of everyone.
yeah.
They're sort of passed down from generation to generation. And they, certainly working on them, they didn't feel aged at all. And
Right.
Yesterday as a song is timeless. It feels as fresh as though it was literally written yesterday.
Coming up on Movie Show Plus, we have a lot left to do. I'm going to travel over to another Beatles-inspired company called Hey Jules. We're going to check them out.
Love that.
And their owner, Jerry, who is a Beatles fanatic, I'm going to actually take her to go see Yesterday, the film that we've been talking about this whole episode. And then I'm going to come back and let you know exactly what I think of that movie. Stay tuned to Movie Show Plus.
A Dream Limousine continues to be Metro Detroit's finest luxury transportation service. 734-542-6800. Offering late model luxury SUVs to brand new party buses that seat up to 34 passengers. 734-542-6800. Including the one-of-a-kind Escalade Stretch with the exciting jet door. Call 734-542-6800. That's 734-542-6800. A Dream Limousine.
So our Beatles-themed episode rolls right along. I am sitting down right here at the establishment called Hey Jules, a Beatles-inspired company located in Clinton Township, Michigan. I'm here with the owner, Jerry DiVirgilio. Jerry, thank you for being here and showing me off what you do with your business today.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for coming by.
So I know that you love being on camera. That's the first thing. No, what I want to ask you, though, is, so we're talking Beatles this week. We're about to go see the movie yesterday.
I know, I'm so excited.
You're my special guest to go see the movie. So tell people exactly, what is Hey Jules, the company?
Well, it's mostly I do custom orders. I make pretty much anything you can think of. Shirts, signs, decals, bags. I've been doing a lot of party planning, event planning, custom decorations. Really, it's kind of endless. I'm always looking to add to my sort of repertoire. So a lot of people will come and say, hey, can you make this? And I'll say, sure. And then I'll figure out how to make it. So it's always a work in progress.
Now, yeah, so where can people find out about your company? You have a Facebook page, that sort of thing?
Yes, I have Facebook. We have Instagram, my email. I do a lot of craft shows, things like that. So it's really easy to find me.
Is it mostly like personalized stuff, like for an individual, or is it this like in bulk? Like if I was doing like a party and wanted like 50 of something, is that something that you do?
Actually, yeah, I do both. I'm actually working on an order right now for a group of 20 shirts. I do a lot of like girls' weekend matching shirts or teacher gifts. I did decals for a soccer team, so I can do as little as one thing. That's custom, like gifts for Father's Day, Mother's Day, things like that. But I do definitely do things in bulk and like small events to big events. I'm doing weddings now too, so.
We're about to go see the movie yesterday. What are the chances that you're not going to like this movie?
I would say 0 because Ed Sheeran's in it, but there's always that possibility.
So we're going to see it because of Ed Sheeran, I see now, not because of the Beatles music. It's mostly because Ed Sheeran.
Well, Ed Sheeran doesn't hurt, but anything Beatles related, I've seen pretty much every cheesy Beatles made-for-TV movie you can think of, and I love them all. So one thing I can say is that I am not a fan of Beatle covers, and that's essentially the premise of this movie. So I'm interested to see, will I like it?
See, there you go. So if you don't take it from the film critic, you can take it from the Beatles fanatic as to whether or not this is a good film.
I did hear, though, that Paul gave his stamp of approval. So
is that true?
I heard that.
That's all they need.
We're not personal friends, but we might as well be.
All right, you ready to go? Let's do it.
I am. Let's go.
Okay, so we are at the MJR Troy. We just got out of watching the film finally. We finally got to see it yesterday. Before I talk about it at all, let's hear what Jerry here, a Beatles fanatic, thinks about the movie. What do you think? What's your overall reaction?
Well, I went into it and I wanted to like it, but I loved it. 2 thumbs up. It was so good. It was everything that I wanted it to be, and it was incredible.
What did you think of the performance of the main character, Himesh Patel? I know going into the film you were telling me like you were kind of skeptical about people doing covers of Beatles songs. What did you think of him and how he did in the movie?
Well, I really loved his character. He was very endearing, but I loved his performance. I loved the covers because it didn't feel like a cover. It felt like a real Beatles fan. You could feel the passion, the love of the music. You kind of forgot that he was singing someone else's songs because you can just feel him singing it. It was just incredible. It did. It made my stomach hurt. It made me cry. I want to tell you all about it, but I can't.
So what do I think about the movie? Nobody cares, but here is what I thought. Yesterday is sure to be a crowd pleaser. It's almost impossible to not find yourself smiling and tapping your foot through a movie filled with such timeless songs. Himesh Patel is charismatic and charming and carries himself nicely in his first leading film role. And Lily James has an amazing way of portraying herself as a relatable, down-to-earth girl. This movie is basically just a Beatles-infused romantic comedy with a heavy dose of fantasy thrown in. And it does require stretching your belief quite a bit. Yesterday sort of backs itself into a corner with its story, though, and my major quibbles come with the ending. There just seemed like there were several more inventive ways that they could have come up with to wrap this thing up. But this is fan service at its best, a movie that isn't so much about plagiarizing the Beatles as it is honoring the impact their music had on all of humanity. There's even a sequence late in the film that's really special. It's the ultimate homage to the memory of the Beatles that is basically the best gift you can possibly imagine giving to a fan of the Beatles. Yesterday has its flaws, and the ending just was not at all satisfying, but you won't find a better soundtrack at the movies this year. I give Yesterday a B. For more detailed reviews of these and other movies, please check me out on Rotten Tomatoes. You can go to the site, search the critics list to find Tom Santilli, and you can scroll through all of my recent and not so recent reviews. Another good way to find my stuff is to follow me on Twitter at Tom Santilli, or go to the website movieshowplus.com. Well, as you can see, we are still making our way through all of this amazing food, and it really is truly amazing. You guys have to check out the Octopus's Beer Garden in Mount Clemens. I know I've been plugging it the whole show, but it's worth the trip out here. It
definitely is.
It's only open in the summer. It just opened in June, and so you got a couple more months to get out here and enjoy this great food. Greg, it was an awesome episode.
I enjoyed so much. And you know what, folks? If you've got a business that you would like for us to come and do an episode of Movie Show Plus, just let us know.
Yeah.
Go to our website, go to our Facebook page, drop us a line, and we would love to shoot a show out at your place.
We love featuring local businesses, especially when they tie into movies, but they don't have to tie into movies.
No.
It can be any business, any way, any reason. Just contact us, like Greg said.
Yeah.
I would like to give a big thank you to Chef Bob, Octopus's Beer Garden.
All right, Bob.
Also, Jerry DiVirgilio of Hey Jules. And thank all of you for watching Movie Show Plus.
And you know something else? Do you know what the real name of the song Yesterday was, or how Paul McCartney wrote it?
I do not.
It was called Scrambled Eggs.
Scrambled Eggs.
Scrambled eggs. Oh, my baby, how I love your legs.
Really?
Yeah, he came up with the melody first and then added the words in.
Well, if I wasn't stuffed with food right now, I would want scrambled eggs right now because of that mention. But that's really cool. See, Greg has all kinds, I won't say useless trivia, because it has a use, I'm sure.
Well, to some, yes.
But he's a wealth of knowledge and information. But anyway, guys, everybody, thank you for joining Movie Show Plus today. We'll see you next time for The Lion King.
Take care.
Check out MovieShowPlus.com to watch this episode online, and for exclusive content, extended interviews with Greg Russell, and a complete archive of movie reviews with Tom Santilli. Also, make sure to like and follow us on social media and on our Movie Show Plus YouTube channel.
Next time on Movie Show Plus.
You must take your place in the circle of life.
Any and all views and or opinions expressed by me, Tom Santilli, are fully my own and do not necessarily reflect the views and or opinions of Movie Show Plus, any other critic on the show, or anybody else associated with this program.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.